Remember when I said you got to know when to hold them and all that? Yeah, the question is real. Greetings, I'm Dr. Will, and welcome to Dr. Will's Software Project Leadership channel, where we focus on building real software to solve real problems. I keep my finger on the pulse of various groups online looking for people to help. Sometimes you find people for whom the best advice is that you got to know when to run. If you've already subscribed to the channel, thank you. I appreciate that. If you'd like more content like this, then do subscribe if you haven't, and hit the bell to be notified when new content becomes available. And if you're interested in how your project team is functioning, we'll provide a link in the show notes to our free team assessment tool. A tale of woe popped up today, I quote. In a meeting today that I scheduled so we could work towards an agreement on what measurements we should be using for success, we spent more time listening to two of our directors, one of whom I directly report to now, and one of whom I used to work under, arguing, pointing fingers, and being so hostile that we couldn't gain any ground. The backstory is that the project manager was new to project management and to the project management of that project, and had been on this project for only 3 months. The project had been struggling for 3 years. My advice to the PM was to become keenly interested in finding someone else to work for, somewhere else to be, and some other project to manage. To me, the key here was that the two directors were duking it out in a project management meeting in front of the other management team members. Our intrepid PM went on to report that the situation had, quote, already been escalated to HR by more than one party, and people frequently cry, need to go home early, or stop working on the project because it gets to be too much. Can you imagine being on a project like that? How about being a junior person, project manager, new to project management, trying to control a couple of directors going head to head? To me, this looks like a doomed project. You think? The environment is beyond toxic. It is that and radioactive and probably contagious too. I think in terms of our zones of control and influence, this PM, Crystal by name, has no control and little influence over the people much higher in the organization who are having the problems. She could try to manage the situation, but there are 2 chances that any newbie PM would have to make that happen. Slim and none. This is well beyond the normal anomalies of the project life cycle. This is the tongue-in-cheek project life cycle that you'll see in most projects. Projects begin with enthusiasm, disillusionment sets in, then panic, then search for the guilty ensues, which is followed by punishment of the innocent, and then the praise and honors for non-participants, often for putting the project out of its misery. In Crystal's case, they're probably drowning in the sunk cost fallacy and would probably be better off just killing the project and perhaps replacing it if it's necessary. Worse, this project may be somehow mandated by a higher authority and cannot be killed. Something like a government mandated requirement that would put them out of business for failure to conform. That can happen, and then somebody above the level of these directors would have to get them off the project and put more junior people in charge who can actually get the work. Have you ever experienced a situation like Crystal's? How did things turn out? What did you do? Let us know in the comments. The real world's a messy place, and sometimes it's best to admit defeat and move on rather than keep trying to shock a flat line. You can't shock a flat line, so the only thing you can do is chest compressions. That's more than you wanted to know about that, but hey, that's why you come here. Anyway, so this channel is dedicated to helping software projects succeed, not just in the short term, but in the long. So if you'd like more content like this, subscribe to the channel. Be sure to hit the bell to be notified when more content becomes available. Also, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or want to know more about whether you should or should not shock a flat line, especially on a project, then let me know and we'll be happy to talk about them in a future episode. Remember, if you're interested in how your project team is functioning, look in the show notes for the free team assessment tool. And that's it for me, for you for now. Hope you have a great day and a great week ahead. Be careful out there. I'll be seeing you. Bye.